let me say, aka Evans, was arrested 2 weeks ago in Nigeria. And this is a fugitive that we believe was, introduced a different novel idea of this kidnapping. He brought all his family to be based in Ghana, while he stays in Nigeria and be kidnapping people. And when he kidnaps, his what do you call it? His price tag are always in dollars. $1 million, 50 million naira, 120 million naira. That's why in Nigeria they refer to him as a billionaire kidnapper. He's a billionaire. And just like I discussed with my counterpart in Ghana, I think we need to, because he has two passports, Nigerian and Ghanaian passport. And like I said, his family and children are based in Ghana here.
Hi everyone, welcome to Ghana Observer. This story I'm going to talk about actually happened approximately 7 years ago, but I still feel there are lots of lessons to be learned, and I believe similar things are still occurring. I wouldn't be shocked. So to dive right in, I'm not going to use his Nigerian name because I'm going to butcher it. So he had apparently had a friend called Evans, so he decided to also call himself Evans. So I'm just going to stick with that name. The way he narrates it, he was the first of 11 children. His mother was the first wife and had 6 children. And then his father married 2 other wives. So in total, there were 3 wives. So there were 3 wives altogether, him being the firstborn. The mother had 6, and then the subsequent ones were with the 2 other women. However, when the second marriage occurred, the dad apparently stopped taking care of him. So he did not complete his education. It ended abruptly when he was in Form 2. So around the age of 16, he started armed robbery. He was doing that for a bit, and then I think approximately 10 years, I would say, because he was born in 81. Over the years, he impregnated a 15-year-old. Okay? So around the age of 26, he impregnated a 15-year-old who would later become his wife, and they would have 5 children altogether. And those are that's the family that ended up in Ghana during his racketeering and everything that he was doing. So back to the story. At some point, he left for South Africa. At that time, they weren't actually married, I don't think. So his baby mama had 2 kids at that time. He went to South Africa. He was drug dealing then. So from armed robbery, he progressed to drug trafficking. Ended up in South Africa, was there for some time, and then a drug sale went wrong, and he was shot in his shoulder. So after recuperating, had surgery or operation, he came back, and that's when he started his kidnapping. But everyone thought he was a trader. Where have we heard that before? Oh, I'm trading. Oh, I'm in trade. Yeah, right. He was also selling car parts, quote unquote. He had a storefront where he sold car parts. Where have we heard that before? Abosokai, or these people selling car parts. But underneath, let's wonder what's going on. So he was a kidnapper. He would have his goons kidnap people and actually get his ransom sums could go up as high as $1 million, not naira, dollars. Okay, and he would keep them for several months. It didn't matter until they were able to pay up, or their family and friends were able to pay up. During that time, he acquired a Ghanaian passport. That's what the first clip talked about. Acquired a Ghanaian passport for his wife, whose name became Precious Asari. Lord have mercy. But when we talk, they'll be like, nya, 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 nya. Hello, facts are facts. So anyway, she became Precious Asari. Their children, I think one was Emmanuel and then the other was Suzanne Asari. And according to reports, only 2 of them had Ghanaian passports. So I think he was working on the other 3. But at the time of his capture, only 2 children, including him and his wife, had Ghanaian passports. But at the time of his capture, the wife and children, as I mentioned, were living in Ghana, but they were on their way to relocating to Canada when they were, the man was captured. So basically, that's what it is. I'll be playing some clips so that we can hear his voice. And I just thought this is something that we should still be paying attention to. It happened 7 years ago, but trust and believe, there are some shenanigans. Definitely, there are some shenanigans. And I don't have to tell you, if you watch my previous videos and you connect the dots. Let's start connecting dots. Start connecting dots. So anyway, the clips will play. We'll see his homes. He had 2 homes in Ghana. Apparently, he paid 15 million naira for each one of them. So 30 million altogether. So let's listen and find out some more about him.
Documents made available to the Nigerian police reveals that notorious billionaire kidnapper Evans reportedly obtained his Ghanaian passport with a fake name. According to the Nigerian Police Force Intelligence, Evans was issued a Ghanaian passport on January 10, 2013 with a Ghanaian name, Asare Nelson. Meeting with the West African police chiefs in Accra on Tuesday, Nigeria's Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim Idris, revealed that the notorious kidnapper has a Ghanaian passport and cautioned the Ghanaian authorities to tighten modalities for the issuance of passports. The Nigerian police report further indicated that Evans relocated his wife and 5 children to Ghana, because of his kind of business. Evans owns 2 houses in Accra. One of them, a duplex located at Spintex, an Accra metropolis, is where his wife, Precious, lives with their children. Reacting to this, Ghana's Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration said it is investigating the circumstances surrounding the Ghanaian passports issued to Nigerian kidnap kingpin, Evans, and his family. Ghana's Deputy Foreign Affairs Minister, Charles Oyeardo, said any persons found to have played a role in the issuance would be duly dealt with according to the law. According to him, preliminary investigations into the matter have revealed 2 children of the kidnapper received their Ghanaian passports in 2010 while the wife had hers in 2013.
So here we just saw how useless some of these civil servants are. They sell out to our system. They're not patriotic. They don't protect our interests. And that's how people are able to come in and infiltrate. And these are the kind of people that have to be exposed and prosecuted.
Nigerian notorious kidnapper Evans, whose real name is Chukwudubem Onwu Amadike, has been sentenced to death after being tried for more than 4 years for kidnapping and other notorious activities in Nigeria. He was sentenced to death by a federal high court in Lagos after he was found guilty of kidnapping and possession of firearms. Chukwudubem Onwu Amadike, who is popularly known as Evans, made waves years ago after he was arrested for kidnapping. His operation was uncovered and he was found guilty of countless kidnapping. Evans is one of the biggest criminals in Nigeria. When he was arrested, the authorities uncovered all the fortune the man has gathered with his illegal and criminal acts. Evans made over 6 billion naira from kidnapping and was regarded as one of Nigeria's leading billionaires. But after his arrest in 2017, his properties, cars, houses and assets worth over billions of naira was seized by the Nigerian federal government. He was then charged to court and his case has remained in court since 2017 till date. When the Federal High Court in Lagos finalized his case, he was found guilty of all the charges leveled against him and was sentenced to death. Evans was arrested in 2017 after the kidnap of one Chief Donatus Duru, a billionaire businessman from the eastern part of Nigeria. Evans collected a whopping sum of $600,000 and still never released the victim. In addition, he confessed that he was guilty for most high-profile kidnap in Nigeria.
When we get there, we'll carry the man and put inside motor and go. No, it's not inside the house. It's maybe around the road.
So you wait for your victims to come out?
Yes. Okay, the highest money we collected is from First Act, $1 million. From somebody even in First Act. It's just because maybe they are wasting time. You understand? Because when they are wasting time, you have to wait for the money to be complete. They have people that will be feeding them over there. They have some people there that will be feeding them. Just one.
Where?
It's around the Egondo area.
Was it rented apartment or you built the place?
Rented apartment.
Okay.
The name of the boys is Uche. And
How many of them?
just there are two.
Okay, just two. Are they armed?
I can't remember his name.
You say you can't remember the Are second they armed?
No. I know the boy called he's an Igbo boy. He's from Agre. Yes. His name is escaping me, but I'll remember.
Okay.
When he was arrested and charged to court, investigations revealed that he had a wife and children that were living fine and large. Unfortunately, his wife and children has gone back to poverty after all his properties worth billions of naira was seized by the Nigerian federal government. Well, it looks like Evans has finally met his water law. The Federal High Court in Lagos sentenced him to death on Thursday. The billionaire has finally gotten a verdict for all his crimes in Nigeria, and I believe this will serve as a lesson for those planning to go into kidnapping and other forms of criminal activities.
Who fired gun in that operation?
You know, I was driving.
Yeah, I know.
You understand now?
Who carried a key and came out to fire?
Okay, it's Uche and Onchman and Nnamdi.
How did you sustain this blessing?
Wait,
You say what?
it's when I'm doing drug business in South Africa. That is when I got the blood wound.
How?
Somebody shot me.
How many countries have you left?
Only South Africa and Ghana.
When you get your ransom from here, where do you spend it? On how do you spend it?
I spent it here in Nigeria. I have not traveled since 2007.
How do you feel that your children will be seeing something like this?
I don't have any message for them. God will take control. I'm advising that anybody that's doing kidnapping should quit.
Evans was arrested in Lagos on 11 June 2017 and was reprimanded in prison for more than 4 years and waiting trial. Evans undergone a 52-count charges of multiple murders, armed robberies, kidnapping, unlawful possessions of firearms, unlawful possession of ammunition, conspiracy, among other charges. Specifically, he's been charged of unlawful capture of Uche Okorafor in Festac area of Lagos State on 21st November 2017 and demanded a ransom of $2 million. His end came on Thursday after he was found guilty of all the 52-count charges of multiple murders, armed robberies, kidnappings, unlawful possession of firearms, unlawful possession of ammunition, conspiracy, and other criminal act, and he was finally sentenced to death by hanging.
Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.